Bye-bye to a failed government. End impunity now.
All it takes is one blow to bring down a structure of injustice, one person to light the match of change for a population. There may have been thoughts protests against police brutality in Nigeria would fizzle out within a week. But the team behind EndSARS UK say they are prepared for the long run.
We have the momentum. We have to keep on burning on it. We can't afford to be tired. It is as much our fight as it is anybody's fight. It's our children's fight. It's a fight that should have started long ago. And honestly, these are one of the moments that I'm really proud to be a Nigerian, really proud to be a lawyer. So to carry that pride and also to inspire others to also come out and protest. I feel like the more we're out here protesting, the next time there's a protest, the next time we have to hold our government's accountability, the numbers will be stronger.
I'm here to amplify the voices of my brothers and sisters back home, and it's really important that we also, all of us in the UK, use the privilege that we have to let Boris know that actually in Nigeria this is what they're doing to our people, and since we are all part of the Commonwealth, it's their business too. They were involved in the making of this shambolic system that we have inherited, and they must answer for it.
Well, we are stood outside Downing Street. As we are all aware, number 10 Downing Street is the official residence of the British Prime Minister. That is, of course, the official residence these days of Prime Minister Boris Johnson. And just across the street from Downing Street, we've got a huge crowd of Nigerian youths who are here on another day of protesting, calling for the end of SARS, the end of SWAT, which was, we know, created to replace SARS, and calling for the end of police brutality, calling for the end of corruption, calling for the end of impunity. We've spoken to many youths in the crowd there, a lot of them fed up, but all of them hopeful for the future. All of them optimistic that their voices do matter. All of them optimistic that their gathering will garner change. All of them hoping for a better Nigeria, not just for themselves, but for their children and for their grandchildren.
People who want to do good in the world need to be just as loud or even louder than the people who are pushing fear and corruption and hate. So as young people, we need to be louder than their corruption. We need to be louder than their hate. We need to be louder than them trying to tear us back. How can you send thugs to an unarmed process? How can you do that? That means you don't value human life. Every human life matters. Every single human life matters. And so we want to be able to give young people the opportunity where they can work hard and build a living for themselves, and they can survive and thrive because they have dreams too. People think poor people don't have dreams. Of course they have dreams, and they are worthy of making their dreams happen. So that's the Nigeria we want to see, where every young person has an opportunity, where they feel safe, where they are supported, where they're educated, and they don't have to live in suffering because no one deserves that.
Every voice matters now. Every action matters, regardless if it's on social media, regardless if we're marching, regardless if we're protesting, especially because of the way Nigeria is set up. It's almost like it's set up against you and you can't really use your voice. So I think at this point it's like we're tired, and it's up to us to actually make these people listen to us.
We have to be here to actually tell that truth. If we weren't here, who will know that? If we weren't making so much noise on Twitter, if we weren't sending this everywhere, who will know that? We would have thought SARS is disbanded and the problem is over, but it's far from over. So for us, we have to be here, we have to see the change. It's not just telling us something, it's not just posting a picture in front of the protest. It's not that. We need to see the change.
Because we are the ones that can change.
The internet has played a huge role in this latest show of resistance. Organisations, including the Feminist Coalition, have used social media to highlight injustice and show the world how they're fighting it. From sending lawyers to release protesters from unlawful detention, to sending security and ambulances to protect protesters, as well as sending money to the families of protesters who have been killed, their efforts have inspired many here in London.
For the first time, we're a generation that they've, said we're lazy, we're rude, we're this. I think for the first time, we've gone off Twitter and just tweeting to actually say, you know what, we're going to take this back. And I think massive shout out to, Fekemi Abudu, Jola, Ozzy Etomi, and a lot of them I can't even remember because they almost used their platforms to enhance this. And I think them moving the way they moved and the young people being like, you know what are we waiting for?
The Feminist Co on Twitter has been tweeting every single day how they have spent the money. We have never seen accountability like that from our leaders before. And that is the kind of country women are going to lead, where there is transparency in government, where we are not stealing money because we value human lives. That's the Nigeria that we want, and that's what's going to happen.
The protesters, both here in London and in Nigeria, are well aware that the road leading to the Nigeria they want is long, but they are unwavering in their journey to reach it. Even in the face of death, they are firm in the belief that stopping one revolutionary will not stop the revolution. Adefemi Akinsanya, Arise News, London.